Hello guys, so apparently if you want to do a much better YouTube videos, you need to have all of these things. So we have a digital calipers, we have a UV torch, and we have a diamond selector tool. You have the scale, you have of course the watch and the watch box, and yeah, you have to have a watch that you want to do a wristwatch check, right? So this is what I do. Oh, of course we're gonna have to have this a pretty decent what do you call this watch box, light box, and of course you have to have a camera, and of course you have to have a microphone, which is a lot of things to do before you start a video. And yeah, so let's start the show. Alright, so assalamualaikum and hello YouTube. My name is Nur Muhammad from AnyWatch, and I'm back with another full review of this Addiesdive MY-H9. I know what, I'm not really sure whether this is an homage watch, but yeah, we'll get into that later on. But before we start the show, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my Addiesdive, another Chinese AliExpress brand from, of course, AliExpress, and this is the Seiko Tuna Homage. I can't really remember the model number for this particular piece, but you can see from the shape, this is quite a chunky watch at 15 millimeters in height, and of course 47 millimeters in diameter. And I've done a full review for this particular piece, and it is currently, I'm sporting it on a Bonito strap from Blue Shark. Yeah, that looks awesome. And of course I will show you guys later why I choose to wear this watch when I do a review for this particular Addiesdive, right? So what do you, okay, so how much does this thing cost? I think you can get this for about 130 bucks. Of course I didn't pay that much. I've of course used a few discount codes on AliExpress as well. And you guys know what, I am also an affiliate to AliExpress, so please, I will of course link the purchase link below if you want to get yourself any of these Addiesdive or even the Addiesdive, right? So it won't cost you more, but yeah, still. Okay, so what do you get for your 130 bucks? You've got right, so this is where the caliper comes in. Right, so you've got a diameter of, pretty much remember it, it's about, I think it's about 40 millimeters, right? 40.1 millimeters in diameter, and a thickness of about 14.7 millimeters, but that is mainly due to that super dome sapphire crystal. We will of course test it later on using this diamond selector too. The lug width of 20 millimeters, so a very nice lug width, right? So yep, 20 millimeters. And a lug to lug, this is the most important thing, guys. So lug to lug of about 46.4 millimeters, and this is an absolute dimension that warrants a pretty perfect wear on your wrist, right? So how much does it weigh then, right? So it weighs on this natural, not natural, on this tropical style rubber strap is about 83 grams, so well under 100 grams. Of course it didn't come with this tropical style strap, it came on a what do you call this, suede style leather strap, which for me, it looks a bit weird to be worn on a dive watch, but yeah, it's a pretty decent one, but I don't really like it. That is why I put it on this tropical style rubber strap from AliExpress, which for me looks the part, because this one looks like a vintage watch, and hence it needs a vintage style strap, right? So of course for 130 bucks you would expect it to come with a sapphire crystal, right? So let's test that out, right? So okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you can see that by using this diamond selector tool, so you know that it is in sapphire crystal. On this one, this is actually a ceramic, so there's no it's not gonna be making any sound whatsoever, right? So this is how you know that this is using a sapphire crystal, right? So of course the lume, right? So the lume, yeah, so you can see that it has actually 3 different color face, right? So on the ceramic bezel insert is actually quite in a brown, or in a maybe a faux patina color. So let's call it a light brown. But on the hour indices, on the our indices is a bit in yellow, right? So all this our Arabic numerals and also the rectangular markers there is in yellow, and on the hands is the lume is actually similar to the one that you would find on the ceramic bezel insert. So 3 different color, guys. Light brown, yellow, and of course white. White is available on this second hand, but those are not lume, and even the minute markers are not lume, right? So yeah, it is not that it is actually, but when it glows, right, they all glow in green. So let's just blast this thing out with this UV light, and let's see how it looks before I don't completely forget to check the lume. Right, so boom, yeah, you can see that although the color is different when you're using it, it is actually they glow super duper bright green, and this thing lasts way long into the night. And yeah, I just love how this thing looks. Right, so let's just compare it to the ones on the steel dive. Of course, the steel dive is using a PGW9 on the outer side, but on the hour and minute hands and everything is all in C3 super luminova, but this is a different color altogether, right? So that's it. Right, no, not really that's it. I have to highlight to you guys the feature that I like the most is that sapphire super dome sapphire crystal. Check that out, guys. From this angle it looks like a what do you call it, a UFO, right? So I don't know, guys. So some people call this, you know what, let's just put this one off. Some people call this a, I think Jody from the Just One More Watch channel mentioned that this might be an original design from Addiesdive, but I have watched some other videos mention that this is an homage to the Vaer microband from the USA. I'm not really sure who copies who, but yeah, still this is the exact shape that particular Vaer model looks like. So it has this super dome sapphire crystal with this super thin bezel and this fully brushed omega-ish fully brushed case. So you can see that on the side it is fully brushed, on the top it is fully brushed as well, and you can see that we have some sort of this twisted lug designs, right? So without any drill holes, and yeah, it is okay, not that bad. And on the top we have this what do you call this, faux patina-ish fully lume ceramic bezel insert. The Vaer also has that, but what the Vaer doesn't have is this military style dial with that pilot style hands, right? So this is also a major issue that I have when I wanted to get this one, because somehow some viewers mentioned that it is a confused watch. What does it want to be? Is it want to be is it a diver? Is it a pilot watch? Or is it a military style watch? I say, you know what? I think that it looks okay in my opinion. Not a great design, but a mix of everything. So for me, I would really call this a military diver, because yeah, it somehow combines all of those elements, right? So the dial, right? So you can see that the dial features this black textured dial, which is not to my liking. I prefer a fully deep black dial with like on this steel dive, but still for something that looks vintage, I think that is okay. And the hands, right, our hands and also the mini hands is in a chrome color, right? So or a brown goldish gold color. So you can see that because of this super dome sapphire crystal, it's quite difficult to get my shot on this hands in chrome color, and the second hand is in white, which, you know what, is a quite a lot of contrast. But you know what, they play with 3 different colors here, light brown, yellow, and also white. So I think it works, right, if you like it. Okay, so let's check out the the bezel action. You know what, I'm gonna go to that later on. Let's check out the crown. The crown is a fully screwed down crown with an engraved logo, Addiesdive logo here, and it is, I think this one is in right, 6.3 millimeters in diameter, so very easy to use for me. A great size is 7 millimeters in diameter, so yeah. But I have to highlight though, so the major issue that I have with this crown is not the crown itself. In operation it is okay to use, but when you want to screw and unscrew, your hands will rub on this bezel surface, which a bit rough and a bit sharp in my opinion. So you can see that when I wanted to screw it back, so your hands will rub here. It is a bit annoying at first, but yeah, I don't really mind it right now. So right at the back we have this Addiesdive logo, so we have a 3-star here with this goggle and a harpoon, right? So we have all stainless steel and automatic movement NH35. Of course, this is featuring that Seiko NH35 movement. What else? And yeah, a pretty solid and reliable movement, right? So the Addiesdive logo, it is printed here in that light brown, similar to the lume on the hands and also on the bezel insert. And if you compare it to the Addiesdive, so this is interesting, guys. So Addiesdive logo is almost similar to this one. You can see that the Addiesdive logo and the Addiesdive logo, they look both almost the same, and I am pretty sure that they come from the same factory or the same company, because some of my Addiesdive watches, the label on the box is written Addiesdive as well. So yeah, I think they both comes from the exact same factory, right? So let's check out the bezel action, right? So I'm gonna be putting it at the microphone here, so you can see that it is 120 click, but the sound it makes is quite nice, right? Okay, so if you compare that to the ones that is on the Addiesdive, you can see that it feels a bit tinny and it sounds a bit tinny. Let me just bring it closer. Right, so if you understand what I mean, so that is how I feel about this bezel sound on the Addiesdive. And does it align? Yep, Addiesdive, there is a bit of misalignment here, and of course on the Addiesdive, it also suffers from a bit of alignment. Not that bad, but you know what, for something that costs less than 150 bucks, I don't really mind it, right? So this is how I think they are both a great value for money watches. So personally, guys, if I want to go and buy something that costs less than 150 bucks, I would go for any of the Addiesdive or the Addiesdive over the ones that comes from Pagani design. So those Pagani design, of course, they came out with tons of different design, but their bezel and the quality of the case is somewhat here and there. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one. The bezel action on Pagani design that I've checked until now is totally horrible. These Addiesdive, Addiesdive and Addiesdive are lot much better in terms of quality, right? So that is my opinion, guys, but yeah, still do let me know which one you prefer. All right, so you know what, let's for me, as a conclusion, so yeah, I think this is a very nice an original-ish design that you can get for less than 130 bucks. So it is absolutely awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting it on my wrist right now. Okay, so if you guys can hear some fireworks, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is how it looks on my 6.75 inch wrist. So you can see that 46 millimeters from lug to lug does sits on my tiny wrist quite well. So let's just zoom out a bit. So yeah, that is how it looks, and yeah, I think it is an awesome watch, right? So let's just finish this with a cool lume shot of both of these watches. Right, so let's just put it back there, and boom. Oh yeah, now you know what else can you ask for, guys? What else can you ask for? All right, so if you guys like this type of video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.